Welcome, I'm Good, and this is another episode of Indie Spotlight. Today I will be covering Defect Spaceship Destruction Kit. So Defect is a independent game that is actually not even for sale yet. This is the first Indie Spotlight I've done on a game that's in Kickstarter. So without a actual price tag to compare for hours of entertainment to try to get that ratio that I like to use, we're instead going to look at the cheapest Kickstarter buy-in that you can do with this game and actually get a copy. So basically, we're trying to see if you think you can get 12 hours of entertainment out of this game, because that's the current buy-in on Kickstarter. And having played it a little bit, I'll give you my opinion. I really think that if you enjoy spaceship building games, or you enjoy sort of theory crafting games, then this game will definitely provide you with 12 hours of entertainment. The reason being that the coolest premise of this game is that at the end of each level, your crew mutinies and steals the ship that you built. And then at the end of the next level, you have to face them and fight them off. There's also tons of these parts for building ships, which is really incredible. I actually sat down the other night and built a copy of Epoch from Chrono Trigger, because why not? And there's actually the parts in here to support it. I spun this around like that, and then we went down and grabbed Epoch wings. It took a lot of time to get it to work, but essentially I was able to build an Epoch. We're not going to build an Epoch right now, though. Instead, we're just going to focus on building a pretty powerful ship that can do the things we need to do for this next mission, which is purely a combat mission. However, there is an interesting premise there, because some of the missions are non-combat missions. One of the missions that I did was a race. Actually, I need to turn symmetry on so we can get symmetrical wings. And we'll probably put those... Actually, you know what? Let's do something cool. Let's put them back here. Like right there. That's a kind of interesting design. And then I'm going to come in and grab some engines. I really love the TS medium engines. They have good maneuverability and good speed. Here's one of the coolest features of the game. See, these look really awkward right now, but because this is a 2D spaceship building game, you can just go ahead and move the layer and drop those engines straight down like that, and now it looks normal again. Actually, I'm kind of wondering what it would look like to drop these under the... Ooh, that's kind of cool. Okay, so we'll drop those under there too. And now I'm going to move forward to my guns. So basically the thing I've avoided putting in is crew, because I found it more effective to build your entire ship and then worry about the crew that you need. Because the trick is balancing your power that you have left with the amount of crew that you need, because typically you can buy crew at a rate of 1 power for 1 crew. I wonder if that actually makes the missiles that fire out of them larger. That could be kind of cool. I'm going to make these giant-sized, and we'll see if the missiles that shoot out of them are incredibly huge or what. I'm not going to turn them, because that'll just make it hard to target. Yeah, that seems fair right there. So right now we have a ton of power, and I'm not entirely sure why. We do have a bunch of missiles. I think it's because the missiles have a really low requirement. Yeah, they only require 2 power, but let me tell you, these things are really, really solid. So, because they only require 2 power each, I guess we're going to grab one main weapon to go on the front of the ship. I just don't know what it is yet. Ooh, a good all-around turret. That's pretty good, and we can let the crew use that one, because the crew can autopilot weapons and things on your ship. So I'm going to put that turret right there, sort of as a short-range defense turret. And now we're still, like, way, way over on power. I'm not sure why. We have a ton of power left over. We need 23 crew right now, so we could totally just grab this. And honestly, if you don't want this up here, if you feel like that's ugly and it doesn't belong, you know, visible on your ship, you could always just drop that back and be like, what crew? But I'm going to leave it on because I feel like it's kind of necessary, and I'm going to put it back there just because it looks interesting that way. So we are over on crew and we're way, way over on power. And I'm still confused as to why that is. Like, we seem to have a ton of room. But why not just take advantage? We'll put on some cool new parts. So this is actually in here because I think you can kind of build a TIE fighter with it. But I think instead we might try putting it on so it's like front armor. Sort of like that. Yeah, that looks nice. I like that. Okay, so now we've got a little bit more front armor. Does make the missile launchers look a little awkward. Might have to bring those down in scale just a little bit. That's better. We still have 35 power and 1 crew to use. So let's go ahead and put on something that makes our missiles more agile and more accurate. Actually, because we have so much, we might be able to put on 2 of those. Nope, we would need more crew to put on 2 of those. We do have excess power, though. I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 of those on like we were thinking, and we'll deal with the crew issues in a second. Before we deal with the crew issues, though, I want to grab a couple more engines because large ships tend to be slow, and having a little extra speed won't hurt. Go ahead and put those on. That's actually a pretty good balance for us because now we have 9 power and we need 5 crew, which means we should be able to come in here and just grab that guy right there. We only need 1 copy of it though, so we'll turn symmetry off. So it doesn't make sense for me to have 2 crew quarters on top like this, at least not in my opinion, so I'm actually going to drop the big one back, and I'll just go ahead and put this here. Ship seems pretty nice, let's take her for a test drive. Yes, I want to save the ship design. The other interesting thing in this game, though, is not all of the levels are combat levels. Like, combat levels do make up the majority of the levels, but there's a level that's racing, and it was really interesting because I couldn't beat the guy with my initial combat ship, so I came back with a purely race ship, and I beat him, and as soon as I beat him, my crew attacked me in my former ship, and I couldn't do anything because I had no weapons because I was focused entirely on higher speeds. So here we are in the introduction to this level. We've got 3 enemies up, movement is WASD, firing is with the mouse, but actually right now my crew is sort of auto-firing for me, and they will continue to do that until I hit shift to open up this nice little panel where we can take manual control of different parts. Now when I say we can take manual control of different parts, I mean we can do cool stuff like take manual control of our engines for an extra speed boost. We can also take manual control of our missiles and go crazy because missiles are kind of OP. And that's what I'm going to do. As you can see, missiles are just really good right now. I'd imagine that's something that may get balanced out in the future because this game is still just in Kickstarter. But missiles are highly effective, and right now I'm scooping up scrap from the fallen ships. Scrap can be used to repair parts of your ship that have been damaged. So once I scoop up a little bit more, I'll probably go ahead and try to repair the engines a little bit. Yeah, see, there we go. We just repaired that to full health. Let's go ahead and get that wing. Everything else seems like it's okay. And here we go. More contacts. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And we are the Justice Harvest. I like that. Oh, I'm not on my rockets. Oh, get on the rockets. You're about to lose a wing. Get him, get him, get him. Whoa, there are pirate Oh, those are pirate scavengers. They're here just to steal as much scrap as they can. Okay, well then let's kill them. My scrap. How dare you? I'm insulted by the fact that you would even try to steal my scrap. Get him, get space fingers. Sticky fingers. Kill that sticky space finger. There we go. Oh, we've got big ships incoming. That's not fun, but whoa, these guys are really strong and they have cannons. Ha! Missiles to take out the engines. We're gonna cripple them and then we'll tear them apart. Boom, down they go. Now there's one very important thing to remember. While it seems like our missiles are working out really well and we're just kind of owning everything, when we get to the end of this level, the fun part starts, and that is the part where they go ahead and steal my ship, and the next level I go through, I'm gonna have to face this ship down. Oh, he's leaving the grid, I think. Nope. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, he left the grid. Okay, so that was a scrap collector. They kind of go around stealing scrap. They're like giant freighters that steal scrap. And that is a giant ship. I'm going to try to repair all of our parts for right now, and then we'll zoom over and try to take some of those ships out. Gotta make sure I'm back on my missiles. Now, the computer AI is not, like, ineffective at all at using... Oh, I forgot about this guy. Run, 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 run. Run! Run! Switch to engines. Go, go! Ooh, yeah, we needed to get out of there fast. The computer AI is not bad at using the weapons in this game, but for missiles, it's way more effective to use them yourself. Get him, get him, get him! Oh, we've got a lot of parts damaged. So right now, we just need to kind of stay clear for a little bit and repair. So I'm going to use the speed of our ship to get us some space. Wow, that big ship is fast. Okay, zoom around, go, go, go. Fly quickly away. And then we'll switch to those and see if we can take out that contact. The trick here for us is going to be picking off these smaller ships so that we can then go in after the big one. Small ships down. Oh, big ship down. Nice, the missiles took him apart. But once again, you gotta remember... Oh, here comes our ship from the last mission. So this ship, if I recall correctly, should have 2 spinning turrets that can fire on us. Yup. And it's quite well armored too, so it's probably gonna take us a little while to break through. Come on, wrap around, get him, get him, get him! But it's cool because you can manually control your engines, you can build a ship that's focused entirely on being agile and moving away from enemies and not getting blasted, or you can build a ship that's huge on damage and armor. Oh, and here it comes. We have succeeded. Wow, we're all burnt up too. We won! We're the most powerful ship in the system. We're taking this ship and ruling the planet. See you around, Captain. Really? That's the guy that just ousted me and stole my ship? They did it again. Don't worry, I'm sure that's the last time. She makes fun of you every level about them stealing your ship, and we have acquired a bunch of scrap parts. Some of these will unlock and be available for us to build our next ship. However, when we go into this next level, we're basically knowing what we're going up against. The end fight is going to be against that huge missile boat that I built. So I'm not sure how we're going to tackle that. I think we're going to go with a mid-sized ship so that we can try to outrun it. Now, we have a lot of different weapons here. There's torpedoes, there's tri-stage missiles. These are actually really slow, which is why I don't like those. There's some chain guns, there's a turret, and there's torpedoes. I've never done anything with torpedoes. Why don't we give those a shot? We may end up getting blasted out of space because of it, but hey. Let's go ahead and take 2 of these, and I'll go ahead and turn symmetry mode on for those. But this is a prime example of what I was talking about, where I really don't want to see these, so I'm just going to drop them underneath. And right now, that's what our ship looks like. It doesn't even look like it has a cockpit, which is kind of cool. So we'll save the design, and we'll take off and start the second level that I'll be doing in this video. So let's talk about this from a value standpoint. I think that there's definitely 12 hours in this game, largely because of the fact that you're essentially PvPing against yourself. You control the difficulty of the content to some degree, which is really interesting because it gives you the chance to push yourself to be better at the game, so you can constantly improve, which I think is a really cool premise. Alright, we are in the level, it's time to stop talking and start shooting. Boom, hit him. Come on. Wrap back around, get him one more. Oh, we're taking big hits, we're taking big hits. Go, fly away, fly away. Oh, we popped. Okay, so that was... We totally got blasted there. That was exactly what I kind of expected to happen. Torpedoes are just a little bit too slow. Also, it's arguably the pointiest gun. Okay, it's kind of dumb, but that appeals to me. Let's use the pointiest stick. One thing I will say I think the game is missing right now, but I'm anticipating this will be added over the course of the Kickstarter, is you can't color the ship. What good is it being able to build a super awesome ship when you can't, you know, color it and customize it? I mean, it's still really cool, but it would be so much cooler if we could custom color stuff. Okay, that's a little bit better. That's where we need to be. We just had to drop an engine in order to have the pointiest sticks. I'm okay with having to drop an engine for the pointiest sticks, though. Now we've got little vampire fangs, and we're gonna go give the level one more shot. I do notice that having that one engine on the back for this ship is actually sort of detrimental to us, because it basically makes us a sitting duck if it gets popped. If they pop that engine, we just have to sit there and hope they don't kill us. Especially if you have directional weapons instead of turrets. The second tutorial mission actually shows you how to use rotating turrets, because they're really awesome when your ship basically is dead in the air. I mean, our ship from the last mission, that's still going to be a cool confrontation. I really love the PvP aspect of this game because, like, you basically have to build your ships one of two ways. You can do what people do in most games and try to build the coolest, most powerful ship available, but if you do that, it just means that you're going to have to kill the coolest, most powerful ship available. Now, on the other hand, if you build ships with one major weakness that you can exploit, then you just have to build a ship that exploits that. So there's definitely a strategy element to it. Okay, all we've got left is Communications 1. Bring him down. Rain down the fires of heaven on him. Oh, yeah, we want to get out of range, too, before he... Oh, God. I think we just died. Okay, so we just died there again. I'm not going to go ahead and try that again. I just have a demo here, but let me say this for Defect. Defect is kind of brilliant, and beyond being brilliant, it's also a Kickstarter game that has a a quarter finished game for a demo. In an era where, like, Kickstarter is filled with all these vaporware projects where some guy drew a picture on a piece of paper and that's his idea for a game, they've got a working demo. This is how Kickstarter projects should be. I'm going to put a link to their Kickstarter in the description. I'm also going to put it in the annotations. I strongly recommend that you go support these guys if you've got the money and if this is your type of game. If it's not, and if Kickstarter's not your thing, I completely understand. I'm not a huge backer myself. If you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and hit like. If you want to know when the next video I put up comes out, go ahead and hit subscribe. Thank you for watching, and please game responsibly.